So we need to talk about this massive real estate merger. You know, the one where Compass is trying to buy Anywhere real estate?
Oh yeah, the mega deal. It's been all over the headlines.
Right, but there's a new wrinkle. Some fresh data just dropped from the Capital Forum and Real Trends, and let's just say the Department of Justice might have a few questions.
Uh-oh, is it the monopoly word again?
It's definitely leaning that way. The market share numbers in some cities are actually kind of jaw-dropping.
Okay, break it down for me. How much market share are we talking about here?
Well, here's the context. The DOJ and FTC have these merger guidelines. Basically, if a merged company controls more than 30% of a market, it's considered presumptively illegal.
30%? That seems actually kind of low. I feel like I see the same real estate signs everywhere.
Exactly. And this deal, it blows past that 30% mark in at least a dozen states.
Okay, give me the worst offenders. Where is this new super company going to dominate?
Brace yourself. In Newport Beach, California, and right here in Manhattan, the combined company would have over 80% market share.
80%? That's not a market share. That's basically the whole market.
Right? If you're buying or selling in Manhattan, 4 out of 5 agents could essentially be working for the same mothership.
That is wild. But it's not just those 2 luxury spots, is it?
Nope, it's a coast-to-coast sweep. We're looking at over 60% share in Denver, Boulder, Brooklyn, DC, and Boston.
Wow.
And don't forget Nashville, sitting pretty at close to 70%. Even San Francisco is looking at about 65%.
So if this goes through, they are the main game in town for almost every major metro. The funny thing is, this was always kind of the plan. Compass CEO Robert Refkin has been saying for years he wanted 30% market share in the top 30 cities. And buying Anywhere, which owns Coldwell Banker, Century 21, Sotheby's, basically hits the fast-forward button on that goal.
Exactly. It's an instant acceleration. But that speed might be exactly what triggers the regulators to pump the brakes.
But surely Compass knows the DOJ can do math, right? What's their defense going to be?
Great question. The Capital Forum predicts they're going to use the franchise defense.
The what?
Basically, they'll argue that Anywhere's franchises are independently owned businesses, so they shouldn't count toward the total market share.
Ah, the old we don't technically control them argument. Clever.
Clever, maybe, but Washington isn't buying it yet. Senators Elizabeth Warren and Ron Wyden already sent a letter to antitrust officials.
Let me guess, asking them to block the deal?
You got it. They're worried this consolidation is going to hurt homebuyers.
It makes sense. Less competition usually means higher prices, or in this case, potentially higher broker fees. Speaking of fees, what are the agents saying? Are they excited to be part of the Death Star?
Not all of them. The report quotes some Anywhere agents who are pretty nervous. They're worried about commissions being driven up or just having nowhere else to go.
Yeah. If you don't like your boss, but your boss owns the only other 3 agencies in town, you're kind of stuck.
Exactly. It limits options for agents and consumers.
So what's the timeline here? When do we find out if this actually happens?
Compass says they expect to close the deal in the second half of 2026.
2026. That feels like a lifetime away in the business world.
It is, and that gives the DOJ a lot of time to sharpen their pencils and look at these market share mobs.
Bottom line, Compass says it's not anti-competitive. The data says they'll own 80% of Manhattan. We'll see who wins.
It's going to be a fascinating battle to watch. Thanks for breaking down the numbers.
Anytime. We'll keep you posted if the DOJ decides to step in. Catch you next time.
See ya.